Very good morning to one and all. A warm welcome to one and all present here. We are here to gather for the webinar on materials and its applications. Our resource person, Dr. Mengyana Murthy from K. Ramakrishnan College of Engineering Technology. Now I request our HOD, Dr. Pushparaj sir, to deliver the welcome address. Please, sir.
Good morning to all. I am Dr. T. Pushparaj, HOD Mechanical, King's College of Engineering. On behalf of the Department of Mechanical Engineering and ISTE Student Chapter, King's College of Engineering, I invite today's speaker, Dr. M. Mengyana Murthy, Professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, K. Ramakrishnan College of Engineering, Trichy. And I invite our beloved Secretary Sir, Principal Ma'am, and Vice Principal Sir for the national webinar on materials and its applications. I invite all our HODs and staff member. I invite all participants eagerly waiting for this webinar. I invite the staff member, organizer, and my dear students and volunteer who take care for the grand success for this webinar. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thanks for the welcome address. Now it's the time to introduce our chief guest. I request our mathematics HOD ma'am, Mrs. Jnanajaya ma'am, to deliver the chief guest introduction. Please, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Good morning to all. It is a great pleasure for me to introduce our resource person who is going to speak about materials and its applications. Dr. M. Mengyana Murthy is an assistant professor, Department of Mechanical Engineering, K. Ramakrishnan College of Engineering Autonomous, Tiruchirappalli. In April 2012, he has completed BE Mechanical Engineering at Arasu Engineering College, Kumbakonam. In June 2015, he has completed ME Manufacturing Engineering at Senduran College of Engineering and Technology, Pudukottai. In October 2019, he has completed PhD Mechanical Engineering under the title Experimental Investigations on Properties of Boron Carbide Enforced AA8079 Matrix Composites prepared by Power Metallurgy Technique at Anna University, Chennai. He has started his career as lecturer at Mother Teresa College of Engineering and Technology, Pudukottai. During June 2015 to September 2016, he served an assistant professor at Mount Zion College of Engineering and Technology, Pudukottai. During December 2016 to July 2019, he worked as an assistant professor at Mother Teresa College of Engineering and Technology, Pudukottai. During December 2019 to July 2020, he has promoted an associate professor and head of the department at the same institution. From August 2020 to till date, he is working as an assistant professor at K. Ramakrishnan College of Engineering Autonomous, Tiruchirappalli. He is a recognized research supervisor at Anna University, Chennai, under the Faculty of Mechanical Engineering. He has acted as research and development coordinator at Mother Teresa College of Engineering and Technology, Pudukottai. His area of interest are materials synthesis, power meteorology, metal matrix composites, materials testing and characterization, non-traditional machining processes, surface coatings. He published 7 research articles at international journals, Science Citation in Text, Anna University Annexure 1. Also, he published 27 research articles at international journals, Scopex Indexed. He has published 7 research articles at international journals, other with ISSN. Now he has 2 working papers. He has published 14 research papers at international conferences and 42 research papers at national conferences. He published 1 book chapter and 2 textbooks. He submitted 1 proposal for research fund. He has attended many workshop, seminar, FDP webinar, as well as he organized many workshop, seminar, FDP and webinars. He has conducted 2 value-added courses. He is a member in SME, IAENG and UAMAE. He is reviewed 4 journals so far, delivered 2 invited talks, project guidance, UG 13 completed, PG 11 completed. Sir, really we are happy about your presence as a resource person. I hope that the session will give a very good content to the participants. My wholehearted welcome to you on behalf of IST Student Chapter, King's College of Engineering. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thanks for your chief guest introduction. Now it's the time to welcome our chief guest and our resource person, Dr. Maingana Murthy sir, to start the presentation. Sir, the presentation ready, sir. Can we start, sir?
Good morning to all present here. I would like to convey my sincere thanks for the nice introduction about myself. I'll move on to the topic. So today, webinar topic is materials and its applications. So in today's world, especially in the field of engineering, material is playing a vital role in all the engineering industries. So in this way, I have prepared some slides. It would be very useful for the mechanical students as well as for the researchers, those who are doing research in the field of material science. At the end of session, you can able to gain some knowledge, some fundamental things about the materials. So according to the concepts, I have prepared the slides. If you have any queries at the end of session, you can ask. Feel free to talk with me. I would like to make this as an interactive session, so don't hesitate to ask questions. Right. So the basic definition for material. So material consists of elements or some substance or parts of which something is made or can be made. For example, if you want to fabricate a bench, means if you want to fabricate a wood bench, means so wood is a raw material. Through that wood we can fabricate a wooden bench. Or if you want to make a steel bench, means steel is a raw material. By using steel we can fabricate a steel bench. So some of the examples I have mentioned for materials are wood, rubber. So we are wearing footwears. That kind of footwears are purely made up of rubber. Coal is a kind of material which is being used in the power plants. So next one, engineering materials. So substances which are useful in the field of engineering are called engineering materials. If you use a kind of material, it might be a wood, or it might be a plastic, or it might be a metal, or it might be a ceramic, or it might be a composite material. If a substance is used in the field of engineering, that is generally called as engineering material. I have mentioned 2 applications here for your better understanding. So consider this as a piston. This piston is made up of aluminum alloy 2024 or 6003. So this is the best example which is relevant to our mechanical field. Next one, car wheel. Nowadays the car wheels are made up of magnesium alloys, or it may be made up of aluminum alloy. Depend upon the weight of the car, any one of the materials can be selected. So in this way, these kind of materials are playing a vital role in the automobile, mechanical or electrical, electronics field. So the major classifications of engineering materials. So majorly the material can be classified into these 4 categories. First one metals, second one plastic, third one ceramics, and fourth one composites. So metals can be further subdivided into 2 categories, ferrous and non-ferrous metal. Furthermore, ferrous can be classified into some major categories such as steel, stainless steel, die steel, and cast iron. So furthermore, non-ferrous metals can be classified into some categories like aluminum, copper, titanium, zinc, magnesium, manganese. So these comes under the category of non-ferrous metals. And plastic can be classified into 2 major categories: thermoplastics and thermosetting plastics. So thermoplastic can be majorly classified into these 3 categories: acrylics, nylons, and polyethylene. Thermoplastic can be majorly classified into 3 categories: epoxides, phenolics, and polymers. And ceramics can be classified into major 5 categories: oxides, nitrites, carbides, glasses, and diamonds. For classified into these three categories: metal matrix composites, ceramic matrix composites, and polymer matrix composites. So these are the major classifications of engineering material. As I said earlier, based on the applications of the component, any one of the material should be selected. So the materials are selected based on the following conditions. First one, properties of the material. It might be a thermal property or mechanical property or chemical property or physical property. Depend upon the application of the component, the material should be selected. So what are the factors to be considered while selecting the material means? First one, properties. Next one, cost of material. Third one, availability of material. Fourth one, service in lifetime of material. And next one, appearance of material. So based on these factors, the material should be selected. So next one, basic definition for metal. Metals are elemental substances. So metals are composed of elements which are readily give up electrons to provide a metallic bond and electric conductivity. So metal is a kind of material. It is a traditional material which is being used in most of the engineering industries. So metals can be classified into two major categories: ferrous metal and non-ferrous metal. So first one, ferrous metal. The metals which contain iron as their main constituent means that is called a ferrous metal. So just to take an example of steel, in that steel, iron and carbon is playing a vital role. Among the two material, iron is playing a vital role. So the metal which contains iron as their major constituent is called a ferrous metal. Non-ferrous metal, the metals which contain a metal other than iron as their main constituent are called as non-ferrous metal. For example, ferrous metal, take steel or cast-iron as an example, and for non-ferrous metal, aluminum, magnesium, copper, zinc. So these are the examples for non-ferrous metal. So if iron occupies a major portion in a metal means that is called as ferrous metal. Simultaneously, if iron occupies a minor portion, then that of other metal means that is called as non-ferrous metal. So these are the basic definitions for ferrous as well as non-ferrous metals. So basic characteristics of ferrous metal. So the ferrous metal is much harder, strengthened, it has better rigidity, formability, missionability, weldability, and better conductivity. Conductivity means electrical conductivity, thermal conductivity. So these are the conductivity properties the ferrous metals can exhibit. So these are the basic characteristics of ferrous metals. So next one, characteristics of non-ferrous metals. So better resistance to corrosion. It has the properties to resist corrosion and easy fabrication. The casting and forging process can be easily made when compared with the ferrous metal. So non-ferrous metals also much stronger and less density. The appearance of the non-ferrous metal could be much more better when compared to the non-ferrous metal, and it has also the capability to possess better thermal and electrical conductivity. So these are the basic characteristics of non-ferrous metal. Next one, ferrous metal. So steel comes under the category of ferrous metal. So steel is playing a vital role in all the engineering industry, especially in the mechanical, civil, as well as in the electrical industry. So steel is an alloy of iron and carbon, which contains carbon up to a maximum of 1.5 weight percentage. So steel is a combination of iron and carbon. It contains carbon up to a limit of 1.5 weight percentage. However, steel also contains some alloying elements like silicon, manganese, sulfur, phosphorus, and nickel. So these are the alloying elements. So iron and carbon occupies a major weight percentage in the steel. So steel two process. One is iron mode in blast furnaces, and one by recycling scrap steel in a arc furnace. Sir, whether it is audible? Sir?
Yes, sir. Audible, sir.
Okay, thank you. So next one, classifications of carbon steel. So carbon steel can be classified into three major categories. First one, low carbon steel. Second one, medium carbon steel, and the third one, high carbon steel. So based on the weight percentage of carbon, the steel has been categorized into three these three categories. So if the carbon content in a steel is between 0.15 to 0.3 means that is called as low carbon steel. If the carbon content is between 0.3 to 0.78%, that is called as medium carbon steel. If the carbon weight percentage is in between the range of 0.7 to 1.4 means that is called as high carbon steel. So